Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the third video of the day. We're doing predictions for WWE Backlash, which happens tonight. No, I'm not staying up to watch it. I'm going to bed at 10 because I got work in the morning. But I'm going to watch it tomorrow when I'm finished work. So, this is very mid-card based card. I mean, we have both Intercontinental titles on the line, the United States title on the line, a non-title match, and finally we have Cena Orton. Let's talk the non-title match, Gunther, Pat McAfee. Do I think this is about Pat McAfee? No. Is this about Gunther? Absolutely. Why? What is my theory? I feel like this match is to put Gunther, someone who used to be very dominant and strong, who's recently been made to look weak, go up against someone who is not a typical wrestler, who really should be mopped the floor with, should I say. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Gunther's going to mop the floor with him. He's going to look like a bully. Because to mop the floor with someone like Jey Uso would have been impressive. To mop the floor with someone like Pat McAfee would not. But that will also build into the character. He's going to bully his way back to the top. He's going to go after someone defenses like Pat McAfee and he's going to absolutely destroy him. Then that calls for the setup of Goldberg. Goldberg returns and we're finally going to get Goldberg's last match and the match they've been building since Bad Blood, Goldberg-Gunther. Now you're probably thinking, it's not going to happen. It was teased at Bad Blood in October. Why would that happen now? Because it's Goldberg's last match, and in the last few years, as he's been getting old, he's not been putting on very good matches. In fact, he's been botching everything. So what's he done? Took 6-7 months to train. That's what The Rock did. The Rock took months to train to be a part of WrestleMania. Goldberg has been training. And this means when Gunther's done destroying Pat McAfee, Goldberg's going to come out and they're going to set up the Goldberg-Gunther match. Which obviously means I think Pat McAfee is winning. Or Goldberg could cost Gunther. Give Pat McAfee the win, but I don't think WWE are going to be that stupid. I think Gunther is getting the win by absolute obliteration. Let's talk Intercontinental Championships. Lyra Valkyria, the Irish Intercontinental Champion, the first ever Intercontinental Champion. Women's Intercontinental Champion, that is, faces her idol Becky Lynch, the Irish woman, the woman who's done everything in WWE, and is now a heel, turned on her, everything, right? I've got this big feud going, saying Lyra said, "You've never made me, in fact, I'm a better wrestler than you," and Becky has actually put Lyra on so much since she's come back, and put some eyeballs on this title. Keyword, eyeballs on the title. This is absolutely going to be the day Becky wins the title. WWE could have Lyra beat Becky and it could propel Lyra. While that is a good thing to do, and it is also like, it's also a likely possibility. Like WWE aren't, allergic to that. They can do that. I think that is probably what's likely to happen. But I want to go against the grain here. I want to say Becky's winning the title. Why? Here's why. Lyra Valkyria won that title in January. 4 months she's had it now. It's not really done much. It's had good matches, but I feel like they're ready to put it on someone else, just like they did with the United States title. Plus, Becky is a massive name. To have Becky hold the Women's Intercontinental Championship will bring some prestige to it, will bring more meaning to the title. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's that. Plus, I feel like they want Becky to be one of the first Women's Grand Slams champion. Now, by winning, they said, women already had a Grand Slam champion, but now that there's mid-card titles, I guess history's erased, and Bayley, Becky, Charlotte, Sasha are all no longer Grand Slam champions. And people on that level as well. Obviously, Becky winning the Intercontinental Championship would not make her a Grand Slam champion, but it puts her the closest to it, because all she would have to do is win the United States title and then she's Grand Slam champion. So I feel like that's the direction they're going to go in. So I feel like Becky is taking his title. That's my prediction. As for Dominic Mysterio Penta, it's an obvious Dom retain. Penta is not winning this. They're not ending Dom's reign just like that. There's a lot more they can still do with Penta before he needs an Intercontinental or any title reign. So obviously Dom's retaining. I feel like maybe they should have Finn break up with Dom and Judgment Day. Yeah, I don't know if this is the pay-per-view to do it. I don't know if this is the one, especially with Finn fighting AJ then on the Monday following in Dom's honour. So don't feel like this is the one that Judgment Day are going to break up with Finn on, but Finn's definitely, I feel like, going to cost Dom incidentally. Or accidentally, should I say. And it's going to lead to a downward spiral. But I think, no, he's not going to cost Dom, sorry. Nearly going to cost Dom. But Dom's obviously retaining, but he's going to mess up something. God, I nearly got away with saying Finn was going to cost Dom and Penta was going to win. No, Dom's going to win, but there's going to be some shenanigans with Finn. That's my prediction. It doesn't sound like I'm sure now, but I promise I'm sure. Right, then we have a fatal four-way. Jacob Fatu defending the United States Championship against LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. What a fucking amazing match. This should be for SummerSlam, right? The annoying part about this is there's such an obvious winner. If this was after Jacob Fatu had a massively long United States title reign, this match could be so exciting because it could literally be anyone could win. But Jacob Fatu has just won that title. WWE are trying to build him as a big, massive, dominant superstar, but also a popular superstar, right? They're not having him drop that belt to anyone. And this is the sad part about it. LA Knight, a very, very, very likely United States champion. However, he's just held the title and Jacob just beat him for the title. Damian Priest, a very, very likely United States champion. Very likely mid-card champion. Very likely champion in WWE. The problem is, Jacob's just won the belt and he's not going to drop it to Damian Priest like that. I think fans will kick off. The most likely man to beat Jacob for the title and to win this match, besides Jacob, is Drew McIntyre, you know. Had feud with CM Punk, all the top stars, beat Damian, beat LA Knight. He's done everything to earn this opportunity, and I feel like if anyone was to take the title off of Jacob, it should be Drew. The problem is, Jacob's just won the title, and he's not losing it. This is an obvious winner, right? And it's such a shame, because when you have a match like this, it should be unpredictable. But obviously, Jacob's going to retain. I do think Drew McIntyre and Jacob have a one-on-one match down the line. I just feel like Drew and Damian probably isn't done. Or maybe they're setting up a Drew LA Knight feud. And Damian goes after the United States title. But regardless, I feel like we're getting Drew, Jacob somewhere down the line. Drew should be the one to take the title, but it won't happen if he's feuding with him this early. Maybe somewhere down the line. But Jacob Fatu is my winner. And finally, in the main event, so many people are actually like 50-50 in this. People genuinely think Randy Orton's going to win the belt somehow. People genuinely think Cody Rhodes is going to come back, cost Cena the belt, and Cena's just going to have a reign for a month. It's his 17th world title reign. You know how prestigious that was. His 16th title reign lasted a month. That was disgusting behaviour. Disgusting behaviour. And he won 16-time world champion, and they put him in a mixed tag match with Miz and Maurice. Are you joking? He could have had... Randy Orton won the Rumble that year. He could have faced Randy Orton. Are you joking? Right? Regardless, it's the 17th title reign. He's not winning. Cody's coming back, yes, but here's the thing. You think Cody is going to help Randy win the belt. Who do you think is going to help Cena win the belt? Travis Scott, R-Truth, The Rock. The Rock, I have to name last because it's the most unlikely. Like, didn't show up at WrestleMania. Why is he then showing up at Backlash? Doesn't make sense, you know. He wouldn't show up at Chamber and Backlash, but then not WrestleMania, you know. And then he said, I want them to do it. Fuck off, mate. You're wanker. Travis Scott. I'm less angry at him than I am at you, and that's an outrage because I think he's one of the most overrated artists on the planet. Regardless, Travis Scott's helping him, R-Truth's probably helping him, but even before anyone helps, I don't think anyone helps. I think Cena cheats to win, or Cena genuinely gets a clean win. I don't see Randy winning this title at all, but I do see Cody coming back, but Cena is my winner. So just a quick rundown of who I think is going to win. Gunther beats Pat McAfee to a pulp. Then Goldberg comes out to come fight him. Becky Lynch takes the title off of Lyra Valkyria. One step closer to being Grand Slam champ. IC Women's title now has some eyes. Dominic Mysterio beats Penta despite some shenanigans from Finn that are going to lead to a Judgment Day fallout. Jacob Fatu retains the title in probably the match of the night, probably the opening match of the night. It's going to be amazing. And John Cena's going to beat Randy Orton. But Cody Rhodes is definitely coming back. That's my predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.